And Teresa's like, "Miss Lee, there was only 5 of them that went." And I'm like, okay, let me, because
It seemed like the whole class went.
It
We don't
really
have
does.
but 12 people no more.
no, it's like it was. Now it's 18 total, which is fine.
Still bigger than when I started.
I know.
We had
It's
like
gonna
10
be
people.
really
There was like
fun.
2 people in our class.
It's gonna be 4, and then
We're out of here.
that would be still 14.
Yep, because then nobody leaves for what, like 3 more months.
Really?
Yeah, because everybody else is leaving is in Miss Gwen's class.
Let me see. Well, that's good. So basically, you guys should have checked this over here. This little jar is what they call pumice. Okay, you're gonna put just a little bit in there. You don't have to overfill it or anything because you're not gonna do too much. And do not, when it's pumice, so you don't want to put like a whole bunch of water. You just want to make sure that it's kind of wet. You see how that? You see how that is? Yeah, see that?
I don't see
It's
it.
not.
Okay.
It's not like it's overflowing. Okay. Jensen, are you paying attention to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So set this up the same way. This is etched. Even though you're not going to use it, you're going to just have it set out as your setup. And what you're going to do, you are going to use this the Profi cup with the Profi angle. Okay. Rheostat. We got juice. Okay. So you're gonna make sure that it's spinning. It's just your basic setup. And your guys, you're gonna need to make sure that you kind of put it in an angle where you can reach it, because you're gonna be push it over here, that you can reach it. Okay, you don't need an assistant you're not gonna be doing it where you need an assistant. This is kind of like an edit. They call it an edit procedure, but it's really basic shear side. And an assistant should be able to place sealants. Okay, so you're gonna polish the teeth with the rubber nail. Most of the teeth that you're gonna place on here are, go ahead and open this one for me. Is what you want to do is find a tooth that is a virgin tooth, meaning like that does not have any fillings or anything on it, because this material can stick to the tooth. Like right now, if you open all the way, if you look right here on him in particular, he has a sealant on his premolar. It's this little white spot. That's already a sealant on there. It's on his pit and fissure, okay? But we're gonna do one on his molar up here, okay? Just so that maybe you guys can see it a little bit better, okay? So you're gonna check which tooth this is. Which tooth are we doing it on?
Hey.
What?
16?
That is not 16. They're not this. It's 16.
15? Well, are we doing third molar, second molar, or first molar?
First molar.
Oh, okay, so it's 14.
So we're gonna work on this tooth right here. So what you would do then, after you figure out which tooth you're gonna work on, you're gonna take this and you're gonna push it in like this, right? See how it scoops in there? Then take your mirror and you're gonna clean off the surfaces of the occlusal surface of the tooth. Okay? And you're gonna tell the patient this is gonna be a little like you're eating sand. Basically, that's what that is.
So you're eating sand.
Yeah, and then you're gonna take your eye vac open, and you're gonna spritz and rinse it really good.
Wow.
It tastes good, doesn't it?
You can rinse it again if they need it. Go ahead and close. Spit, spit, spit. That better?
Dude, I'm
Yeah,
about to
just
screenshot the video on Corey's face.
Yeah, I should have never volunteered. I
Make it
hate
into
that this
a
is being in my mouth. I should have never volunteered.
Okay, so then you gotta isolate the tooth. It's easier to do it up on the top, just because you only have to isolate the cheek, right?
Mhm.
But if you're gonna isolate the open one, the lower one, you would have to put the cotton roll on the inside and on here. You can also get a dry angle. A dry angle works really nice, okay? But for all intents and purposes, we're up here. So once you do that, you dry the tooth. You would then etch. Let me just say we etch. After you etch, then you would rinse it, and that tells you right there. You leave the etch on, then you rinse it. If the cotton roll is saturated, meaning it's wet and it's getting the surface wet, then you change it. If it's not, then leave it alone, okay? But if it is, then you would change it. After you do that, you would also blow and etch to know, it doesn't show it on here, but to know that the tooth is dry. If it was true etch, once you dry it, and you can look on YouTube or whatever, it'll give you this chalky white look on the tooth. Then you know that it's etched, okay? Once it's etched, sir, keep your mouth open. So if they close, you have to, if they get the tooth wet again, you have to start all back over. Meaning you have to etch it again, rinse it. So most of the time it's nice, and for all intents and purposes, you normally would be doing this on kids. Put a bite block in, okay? So now they can't close on you, right? So if you have to turn around, they're not gonna be able to close like Corn did, but just tell them to stay open. Once they stay open, you get, after you've etched, you're gonna then take, it says sealant, right? You're gonna take this, and it's a little like white. You see it looks like this. That's how it looks, and it comes out pretty fast, right? You're not doing a filling. You're doing like a layer of top coat on a fingernail polish, right? So you're gonna take this, and you're gonna put it right like a dab, a doobie, in the fissures, right? In the pit of the tooth. But, okay, then it tells you to take this brush, this bender brush, and if it's so much, you're gonna kind of do it like that so that it's not, you see how that looks? That you can see the grooves of how the teeth, the anatomy of how the teeth is. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody, can everybody see that? Huh? Can you see how, open corn? You see how the grooves of the teeth you can still see? Yay, everybody? So if you have it more than that, that's too much. Okay? Then you're gonna take
I'm not about to record that.
this, and don't look into the light. Because this is not etched or bonded, we can use a bond material. This will pop off your tooth, just FYI, okay? So that it's not a permanent, like, oh my God, Miss Leah just sealed this. So what you would then do?
It's gonna pop off.
She's gonna take it off right now.
Yes, she gonna pop it off with the
I thought we was
Explorer.
gonna go
Okay.
home with it. And it might just come out one day. Cool.
Sometimes I have sent them home like that, but for this intents purposes, we're not. Okay, so after you have did that, you place You placed it, you air dried it, you placed that on there. You did the light cure, right? Now we're gonna check the sealant. Go ahead, bite down, bite, tap, tap, tap. Grind your teeth side to side and open for me. This is not set. It wasn't set. Can you give me another?
You have another light here for that one.
That
This
one's
one's
not
right
right.
It should be
It
right
should be
under
right
that
in
thing
that
right
right
there. Is that an amalgamator or is that a light here?
That's
Yeah,
like
that
here.
one.
Hold on. Oh, they got one. Don't use this one because that one's no good.
Okay, I'm gonna take it and put it.
Yeah, put it somewhere else. I mean, just for.
Thank you. Yeah, this is not as stressful. I'm glad this is my last month.
Me too. Like this check off. Woo!
I better get 100 money.
Sweet and simple.
Ooh, now that one's working. I
Yeah,
just felt my
see, I
eyesight
feel
got
that. Okay, so this one you will put it on there, and don't look into the light.
I do. Look, I know you got your eyes dilated.
Must be real.
If it's done properly, and that's it, that's correct. When they tell you to check, what they're wanting you to do is see if it slides. You see how when I take the Explorer, it slides on the surface? Okay? You see that? That's when they're asking you to check the sealant with the Explorer for hardness. Once you do that, after you do that, then you're gonna remove the cotton rolls and with all that, and then you're gonna check to see if it's high at all, right? So you dry it, bite down, tap, 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 grind side to side. Now, if the sealant is high, you're gonna see these little dots, but you see they're not really, he's hitting on his own tooth surface, so the sealants were placed correctly. Because if the sealants, if you put too much material in there, then it's high, because you're altering the bite. You don't want to alter the bite, okay? If it was high, then you have to go get the doctor, and the doctor is going to have to smooth that down, or he might tell you take a brownie and smooth it down, which they'll have you can do that. But being that it's not, and you see that it's just hitting directly onto his tooth and not onto the filling, then you would say, okay. You would tell them the post-op, you would give them the post-op.
Do you need suction for it?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I do.
Okay. You would then give the patient saying that the sealants have been placed. They can discolor over time, over a period of time. That is not unusual. Treat your teeth, the sealants as normal. Sometimes they give a fluoride, but most of the time they don't. This just helps to prevent decay, and that's it. You send them on.
Cool.
That's it. Oh, that is all, folks.
See how that comes right off?
Johnny said, so wait, we're just gonna eat it?
You see how that just pops off? It pops off because we didn't do what?
The edge?
The edge.
We didn't do the etch, and we didn't do what else?
Bonding agent.
The bonding
Yeah,
agent.
bonding agent.
So if we had a bonded, and like down here, how this one is, that's right here. You see how that white is? That's because they bonded. It was a sealant. He's lost part of it on the back, on the distal side of it, but the other side he still has it.
Is that bad?
No, just came off. I mean, you can go get it.
Probably 'cause I'll be flossing thoroughly. That's why.
Who's what team are you on?
4
And what are you guys on?
impression.